everyone. Welcome back. We're diving deep today into Gen Z and social media.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. There's this article, right? It's all about this show-off culture thing. Perfect Instagram, TikTok, all that. Designer labels everywhere. What's the deal? We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, and get this. Almost 70% of Gen Z use buy now, pay later.
Wow.
Really? Yeah, for non-essential stuff? Wild, right?
It is, yeah. For Gen Z, it's like social media isn't just friends,
Right.
The article, it calls it their digital stage, like performing.
Oh, I like that. A digital stage.
Yeah, so it's likes, comments, followers. That's how they measure up now.
So it's not just sharing, it's like a whole production.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Being on all the time, it's, anxiety, depression, all that's up in Gen Z.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like everyone trying to one-up each other with how great their life is. Fake.
The article links it, yeah. This pressure to be perfect online.
Yeah.
It's rough.
But okay, all the luxury stuff we're seeing, designer bags, sneakers, it's in the article too. Is that part of it?
It's not just having nice things anymore. It's more like a language.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to show success that you belong.
Yeah.
In the digital world, I made it.
A language I don't speak, I guess.
Right. But the article also mentions conspicuous consumption. Heard of that?
Vaguely.
So there's this guy, Thorstein Veblen, sociologist, way back, 1800s even.
Oh, wow.
And he said people buy expensive stuff, not because they need it, but to show off their wealth, status.
So basically this whole show-off thing, it's not new, just updated.
It's evolved, yeah. But how can they afford all this? They're just starting out, right?
Exactly.
Well, that's where buy now, pay later comes in. Huge with Gen Z, the article says.
Just they get the stuff even if they can't actually pay for it.
Yeah. Get it now, worry later.
Not sure that's a good thing. Recipe for disaster, maybe?
The article does say, yeah, it's risky, encouraging debt to, keep up appearances.
This pressure is invisible, but intense. Spend just to fit in.
It is. And that, plus the online comparison game. Mental health takes a hit.
So it's like social media makes you want stuff, you go into debt, stress out, feel even worse, bleak.
It can be. But there's some good things happening too, according to the article.
Oh, good. Like what? Give me some hope here.
Well, there's this shift towards authenticity.
Okay.
Some influencers are pushing back against the perfect curated feeds.
Keeping it real.
Yeah. Real, unfiltered content. It's a start.
Better than nothing, I guess. But can that really change a whole culture?
It's a good question. And the article, it also mentions more focus on two things. Financial literacy.
Okay, that makes sense.
And mindful social media use.
Like being more aware.
Exactly. But how do we help Gen Z actually DO this?
Yeah.
Navigate it all?
Yeah, how?
Well, the article gets into that too. Some pretty interesting stuff, actually. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So there are these initiatives. The article talks about them, like tackling this stuff head on.
Okay.
Yeah, like the real deal. They work with schools, get financial literacy right into the classrooms.
Starting young?
Middle school, even.
Smart. Catch them before the credit card companies do. But what about the social media part of it all?
Right. There's this app, Mindful Scroll, it's called.
Never heard of it.
So it helps you track how much you're on there, set limits.
Oh, okay.
And it reminds you to take breaks, go for a walk, real life stuff.
Wait, so an app that tells you to get off social media.
Kinda, yeah.
That's genius. Fighting fire with fire.
It's not just the time, though. It's how we're using it.
True.
The article talks about, curating your feed, who you follow.
Oh, yeah. Like following accounts that, I don't know, make you feel better, not worse.
Exactly. Ditch the ones that make you feel bad about yourself.
All those perfect people. It makes me feel like I need to buy more stuff.
It's a trap. But you choose, right? What you see, how it makes you feel, it's on you.
Easy to forget that, honestly. Scrolling. What about when you're just, zoning out? Bored.
Oh, yeah, the article mentions that. Set those time limits, I was saying. Or those apps that track you, remind you.
Yeah.
Some even block websites, if you got to go cold turkey.
Digital detox. I like it. But, honestly, can individuals really change all this? It seems huge.
It's a good point. It's not all on us. The article, it talks about systems, too. Like education.
Yeah.
Financial literacy, big time. Teach them young how to, budget, save.
Right.
Understand debt. Important stuff.
Because once they're hooked on buy now, pay later, it's too late.
Exactly. But it's deeper than just, knowing about money. It's values.
Ooh, okay, getting philosophical now.
Right. Like, is your worth really tied to what you own? Spend, spend, spend.
Good question.
The article talks about like shifting that towards sustainability, community, experiences.
Not just stuff.
Right. And this connects back to Gen Z and the environment, right?
Oh, yeah. They're the one, they're super into climate change, right?
Yeah. But also, fast fashion, gadgets.
It's like they care, but they're also kind of trapped in it.
They are. Wanting to be sustainable, but then there's the pressure to keep up with trends. Tough spot.
It is. Oh, and the article mentioned imposter syndrome. What's that all about?
It's this feeling like you're not good enough. A fake.
Like on social media.
Totally. Everyone's showing their best selves, right? So you feel like you don't measure up.
And then you buy more stuff to try and, prove you're worthy.
It's a cycle. But the good news is people are talking about it more. Imposter syndrome, the bad side of social media. That's good.
Awareness is key, right? But from talking to actually changing things, what can we do?
The article's got some ideas, practical stuff. So the article, it has these tips for like changing things. You can start it with ourselves.
Okay, yeah, give me the good stuff. What can we actually do?
Well, first, who you follow online. It matters.
Makes sense.
The article calls it like curating your feed. Be picky.
So not just taking it all in, but like choosing what I see.
Yeah, pick accounts that, they make you feel good, inspired, not pressured.
Like those, what are they called? The behind the scenes type. Real people, not just glossy photo shoots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And unfollow the ones that, make you feel bad.
Yeah.
Comparison trap.
All those perfect lives. Makes me want to go shopping.
It's designed that way. But you're in control. What you see, how it makes you feel.
So true. Easy to forget that when you're just like doom scrolling. What about those times, you're bored, just scrolling without thinking?
Oh, the article has tips for that, like setting time limits. Or those apps, they track how long you're on.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Some even like block websites certain times.
Yeah.
If you need that extra push.
Gotta love technology. But bigger picture, can we, like as individuals, really shift this whole culture? Show-off culture?
That's a big question. And the article's honest, It's not all on us. Systems need to change too, like education.
Okay.
Yeah, financial literacy, huge. Kids got to learn early. Budgeting, all that, before it's too late.
Right, because by the time they're adults, they're already in debt. But it's more than just money skills, isn't it?
It is. It's deeper. Like, what do we value?
Deep stuff.
The article talks about, like, questioning that whole, our worth is tied to what we own and the spending.
Yeah. Buy. Gotta have the latest thing.
Right. So shifting those values towards, sustainability, community.
Experiences, not just possessions.
Exactly. And it ties back to Gen Z and, their whole thing with climate change, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. They're so passionate about it. But then they're also like driving fast fashion, all that weird contradiction.
It is. But it also shows like they're aware, they're pushing for change.
Yeah, they're not afraid to call people out. I like that about them. So as we wrap up here, all this talk about Gen Z, show-off culture, what's the one thing you want our listeners to, take away from all this?
That we're not powerless, We can do stuff, be mindful of what we're seeing online, the brands we support, talk to young people about this stuff.
It's a choice every day, what we click on, what we buy.
And those choices add up. We shape the culture together.
Love that. We're not just along for the ride. We can create a better online world. For us. For Gen Z, everyone.
Exactly. It's up to us.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone. We'll see you next time.